Look what just arrived. A package. A package for me. Let's look at some books. Hey guys, my name is Trollisher and this week I am here to talk to you about books. I know that's something I've never talked about here. I will go through some of my collection here of DC Comics books, and I do watch the Arrowverse, as you guys know. So today I just ordered 2 new books right here and I wanted to open this with you, and I decided to just show you my collection. So let's do it. Okay, so I have 2 different collections plus a special book I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna do this super quickly. Okay, so this is a Portuguese collection from a Portuguese publisher. It's not completed. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books of this collection, and there's at least 14, and I plan on getting all of those. So that's what I'll be doing in the next few months. So first we have Herança Maldita, that's the name. In Portuguese, this is Batman. I hope you guys can see it. Super cool. I love Batman stories. I'm not a big fan of like a Superman because he's super OP and has a lot of powers. I like guys like Batman and Arrow because they don't have powers, and I like the Flash because he has such a specific power. I like those guys. I'm not a big fan of Superman, but you will see that I got some Superman in here. So yeah, this is Herança Maldita, a Batman story, and it's about his son with, I believe, Talia al Ghul, or one of the Al Ghuls from the League of Assassins. So that's the first one, and then I have another Batman one. This is called Saga de Ra's al Ghul. This is a continuation to that story, if I remember correctly. It deals with the League of Assassins and all of that. Talia, it's the woman who gave Batman a son. Super cool story, I love reading some Batman. Then we have some of my favorite books, which is The Flash and these stories. This is Trollisher. So yeah, this is about the comeback of Flash after he died. This is Flash Barry Allen. This is centered around Barry Allen's return. I believe he died in Crisis on Infinite Earth, and this is when he comes back after that. I just had to do it. I had to have an Arrow one. This is called Os Caçadores, the Hunters in English. Yeah, this is just a story about a typical Arrow story with Black Canary and Shadow, which I thought it was super cool to see Shadow here, to read about Shadow. I obviously watched her in Arrow season 1 and 2, I believe. Don't remember when she died. But yeah, I didn't know anything about the character, now I do. This right here, these 2 books, this is Identity Crisis 1 and Identity Crisis 2. This, obviously, if you guys don't know, Identity Crisis is a big DC Comics arc. I really enjoyed this story and I would love to see it adapt as a crossover in the Arrowverse. We don't know if we're gonna get more crossovers next year. Even without Arrow, I would love to see Identity Crisis. This story begins with Rolf, the elongated man that we get to see on Flash, and his wife getting murdered because he's the first and only superhero to reveal his identity to the world, and the story goes from there. And right now, I believe the last episode we got the season 5 finale of Flash. We saw that he was looking into a file of, I believe her name is Susan, his future wife, at least in the comics. So maybe we can get there in the Arrowverse, maybe not, we don't know. And that's one of my collections. The other one, I only have 3 so far. Quickly go through them. This is Batman, The Return of the Joker. I absolutely love this cover, so cool. I love this old book about Joker. So awesome. I recommend you to read it. This is Flash and Green Lantern. Also a cool story. They really work together, just like Barry Allen and Oliver Queen do in the Arrowverse. And last but not least, The Green Arrow Year 1. This is a beginning story about Oliver Queen and how he became the Arrow. I believe this was written after Arrow Season 1 aired, so it's a bit based on that. And last but not least, the other one I have here is Crisis on Infinite Earth. This is a big book. This is the 1980 story that we're gonna get in the Arrowverse in just a few months. This has a ton of like special content and backstory about this storyline. At the end here, talks a lot about the comic books, the stories that came before this big Crisis on Infinite Earths that changed the world of comics. Just a lot of information. So there are at least like 100 pages here at the end that are not the story. The story ends somewhere here in like almost the middle of the book, and a lot of backstory from the authors, and yeah, just one of my favorite books I own. Absolutely love this. Gotta read it again sometime. But now we finally got here. Yes. Oh, that was good. That was a good pull. Very quickly, let's just take a look. Here they are at my two new books. Book number 1, it's called Justice League Earth 2. I hope you guys can see it. Really excited to read this. And this is book 3, Superman for Tomorrow 1. This is a storyline that has 2 books here, and I'm gonna read a Superman book and see if I enjoy it. It's the first time I'm trying. I'm not a fan of the character, as you guys, a big fan of the character, as you guys know. I'm not against him. I hope I really enjoy this. So yes, my new books right here. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a bit of a rant. I took a long time doing this. But anyways, if you guys want to see more book stuff in the future, you know, I have some collections over there that I never talked about. I'm big on books, I love reading, and I think you should read too. Every day, guys, read, because reading makes you smarter. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like. Also share with your friends that do enjoy these DC comic books. They might like this video. If they do, again, I recommend every single book that I've shown here. Go ahead and check it out for yourselves. Leave a comment down below telling me what's your favorite book you've ever read. Do that, please. And subscribe for new around here. Go and check my gaming channel in the description below. And for now, my name is Trollisher, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys!